Hello everyone, this is Prince Joshi, and in today's video we are going to see one more concept of object-oriented ABAP, that is me keyword. So if we go through the basic definition which is given by SAP, it states that within the implementation of every instance method, an implicitly created local reference variable called me is available, which points to the instance in which the method is currently being executed. Okay, so this is a bookish knowledge. Let me just tell you in a very simple term. Okay, me is that variable which will be always available inside every instance method. Okay, so in every whatever the instance method you are using, inside that if you write your keyword me and you call any instance attribute using that me keyword, you will be able to call that instance attribute very easily, or in case any method or whatever inside that method. Okay, and the basic reason is me actually tells you that this is the current instance. For that current instance, please call that particular value. Okay, I understand you will be confused right now. Let me just jump into a practical example, you will come to know. Okay, so let's quickly jump into our program. Okay, let me create one program, z abap me underscore keyword underscore, maybe anything, concept I will write concept. Okay, and we are going to create one test program for this me keyword example, and you can save it in a local object or your package. I'm going to save it in a local object. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create one class, okay, to make you understand, and the class name I'll create it as class 1, just like previous in the previous video. This is my class definition. Write a keyword end class, and now for this class what I'm going to do, I'm going to write an implementation. So to write an implementation, what I need to do, exactly same class name, just change the keyword from definition to implementation. Okay, so that's it. Okay, now we have this class. Okay, and there is corresponding implementation. Okay, inside this definition what I'm going to do, I'm going to write one public section. Inside this I'm going to write one instance method. How do I do that? Using a keyword methods, and inside this the method which I'm going to write is show underscore data. Okay, and this is nothing but what it is, it is an instance method. Okay, not in static, as you know. How do we define that? And one private section I'm going to define, and I'm going to write one uh, static attribute here too, and its name will be lv underscore name. Okay, type you can give whatever. For now I'm giving like string, and the corresponding value also I'm defining here, and the value I'm putting like uh, SAP. Okay, the name. So what is this? This is my instance attribute. Now, for this class, what we need to do? We need to define its implementation, right? So how do you do that? Go to your class implementation, write the keyword method, your method name, and end method. Okay, so that's it. Okay, inside this method, what I'm going to write? I'm going to just going to write one write statement, and in this write statement, I'm saying value of lv underscore name is what I'm going to write inside this method. I'm saying value of this particular variable will be whatever it holds, right? So lv underscore name holds the value of SAP, right? So this particular variable I'll call, and I'll put it here. Okay, let's do pretty painter and done. Now to use this particular method, what I'm going to write your start of selection. Inside that, define your uh, object lo underscore obj, type ref2, your class name. Class name is class 1. Now write create object hello underscore obj. Done. So here what you are doing, you are creating an instance, right? So I hope till now it's fine, right? So what we are going to do using this, I have created an object of this class, right? So I am going to call the method of this class. What is the method which we have? That is the instance method, show data. So let me just call it and done. We are done here. Let me just try to activate it. Let's see any syntax error. No, we don't. Okay. Now think in this way. This is your class. This is your implementation, and here's your start of selection. Okay. In this your instance method, what you are saying is you are just writing. You are just want to print the value of whatever the value available here, right? That is what you want to print. Very simple. Now, if I'm calling this particular method, what it will do, we know that it will in the debug mode itself we will be able to see the logic is going to the method implementation, and it will be printing the value of lv underscore name, which is SAP. Let's just run it. No need to debug also, it's a very simple program. If I run it, it says value of lv underscore name is SAP, correct? Exactly, this is what we expect. Now think in this way. What if I define inside your class implementation one local object, okay? Data. Maybe I will copy everything just like this. So what if I define a local variable with the same name what is available in your private section here, private section of your class, okay? And if I change the value to maybe from SAP to maybe S4 HANA, okay? Now what do you think? Will it give me an error or will it allow me to activate the program? I am using the same variable name inside my method implementation. The attribute was already defined in the class section, okay, in the private section. Okay, so the thing is definitely it will allow you to activate your program, and you can see the program is activated. There is no error. It will not give you an error. But if I run this program right now, what do you think? What will be the output? Earlier the output was SAP, right? But what will be the output right now if I have defined this local variable inside your method implementation? Yes. So if I run this program, you will be able to see that. Let me run it. You will be able to see that S4 HANA will get printed. The value of LV underscore name is S4 HANA. And previously, what it was printing, the value of LV underscore name is SAP, right? In the previous run. Now, what has actually happened here is you need to understand that this was a local variable, right? This was nothing but a local variable. This is having you can say like a priority. This is having a more priority than whatever you have defined in your class attribute. Okay, so whenever you define the same name in your method implementation, that will have more priority. That means that whatever the value was there, it will ideally will get overlapped, or you can see that that will not get printed, and this one will get printed or will get used in your method implementation. I hope that is clear, right? So here, what you understood one thing here, uh, this particular logic, right? But consider a scenario. What if I do like this? If I copy the same thing and if I write like this. Now you can see what I have written here, me, and then I'm calling just like how do we call any instance attribute using this in the operator, right? If I call it, what do you think? Will it give me an error? It will say that me is not defined anywhere, nowhere we have defined me, right? It can give that error, right? What do you think? So ideally, what SAP says is this me will be always available inside any instance method. So this is what we have seen the in the definition also, right? Uh, within the implementation of every instance method and implicitly created local reference variable called me is available. So I'm using the same, I'm using the same variable which is already existing. This is implicitly created by SAP, which points to the instance in which the method is currently being executed. So if I'm writing this, it will not give me any kind of syntax error. It will allow me to execute it. Moreover, you will see that if I'm writing this, let me just give just a new line. So yeah, let me activate it. And if I run it right now, you will see that there will be two output, right? Because we are writing two write statement. But in both the write statement, what we are doing, we are trying to print the LV underscore name, right? Here also and here also. Only the difference is here I'm calling the me and here I don't. So just see the difference. If I execute it right now, the first line got printed and it is saying that value of LV underscore name is S4 HANA, and the second line saying that value of LV underscore name is SAP. You can see two different values are getting printed, S4 HANA and SAP. Even though ideally I was using the same variable name, right? LV underscore name. This is what I'm trying to print. So what me is actually saying is, here's the thing. This is the thing which you need to understand. Here me is saying that this is ideally telling you which particular instance is running. For that instance, give me the value. So for this, me belongs to this particular class, right? Class one, right? And the object which we created was lo underscore obj, right? So for this object, what was the value? Lv underscore name. That it is going to print, and that is why it is printing SAP there and not S4 HANA. So let me just re-execute it for you. You can see S4 HANA, and the second line is SAP is just because of me keyword. So I hope this gave you some idea about how to use me keyword and why ideally in the standard code, or those people who are like working majorly on the OOPS concepts will be using this. So it will make your program more robust. Consider a scenario, you are working today in a project and tomorrow you leave, some new developer comes and by mistake he used the same variable name, whatever is defined there in the class attribute. And if you are trying to use that variable just like this, it is going to overlap with whatever the new developer had defined, right? He may not be aware that you have defined any attribute in the class directly, right? So to prevent from all those hassle, the best thing is you should be aware that which instance you are going to use. For that instance only, if you require this name, use me. Okay, me keyword, and that is how you can proceed. It will make your code more robust, more reliable and unbreakable. So this was this small concept. Uh, and I think that's it for this video. And please let me know, please like, comment, and share. Please let me know your feedback. If you want me to cover any other concept of ABAP, OABAP, or anything related to RICEF component, RICEFW also, and any other module of SAP, if you wanted me to make a video on those, or if you want me to explain some more stuffs in SAP technologies, please let me know. I'll try to cover them. And in future videos, I'm going to cover SAP CDS views. Some of the basic idea I'll give you. And thank you for watching this video.